Hello, everyone. A very good morning to all of you, and thank you for joining me in this fourth episode of the second season of the ServiceDesk Plus Masterclass series. So, in the first season, we discussed a lot of ITSM practices, and we also discussed some industry standard best practices. In the second season, we've been focusing on how to help your IT service desk handle the hybrid work situation better. So, with that in mind, we discussed integrations available in ServiceDesk Plus. We discussed some tips on how you can handle, your entire IT ticketing processes in the hybrid work situation. So, building on that theme today, we'll be discussing how we can build an enterprise self-service portal with ServiceDesk Plus. I'm Siddharth, a marketing analyst with the Manage Engine team, and I'll be your trainer for this masterclass session. Now, if you feel the need to revisit any portion of our session, don't worry, we will be sending a recording of this session to all the registrants in a couple of days. You can also send in any further feedback or questions to my email ID mentioned below, or alternatively to hello@servicedeskplus.com. So I'll give you some time to take that down, and once done, we'll proceed to the agenda for today. Before I actually begin to elaborate on what this session is about and what we're going to see in Service Desk Plus, I just need you to answer this quick poll. So I'm going to trigger the poll now. And as you could see, how will you rate the self-service adoption in your organization? So do you think that it works really well and your employees love it? Or do you think it's just functional enough for your IT service desk? Or do you think it is very poor? So you can go ahead and register your responses now. All right. Now, as you can see on your screens right now, none of you voted that your self-service adoption is great. So it was more of a, a 50, 60, 40% division between it's functional and it's poor, right? Now, this has always been the case with self-service, right? Self-service adoption is something that we keep talking about over and over again, but still, we're seeing the rates of self-service adoption being not that great across organizations around the globe. Now, this might have been, something that you can live with before the pandemic, but after the pandemic, the workplace situation has become sort of something a bit more complex. First, it was a remote work, so the sudden transition to remote work increased the workload on IT help desk technicians. So we had a lot of trivial tickets come in, and I could see it firsthand over here at Manage Engine, when I interacted with my sysadmin here. And now, so with the pandemic, hopefully in its waning phase, we're seeing a lot of organizations, moving forward with opening their offices, right? But still, it's not completely back to how it was in 2019. So we have a mix of remote and in-office work. Now, in this special situation, you need to ensure that your self-service capabilities are scaled up a notch higher in order to ease the workload on your technicians. Now, how this works is that I will quote this with an example that I have observed here at Manage Engine. So one of the first things that I found very difficult was accessing my VPN. So VPN is something that I rely on each and every day. So initially we found it difficult over here due to the VPN credentials, and you need to update it often. There needs to be, an entire methodology to do with accessing a different software, etc. Now, what our sysadmin did was to have a knowledge article detailing all the steps I need to take to seamlessly access the VPN. And they took that article and posted it right on top of our self-service portal inside Manage Engine. So I could simply go ahead and read that knowledge article, and I went ahead and configured my VPN myself. So I did not really create a ticket for it. I did not, wait for a technician to, get assigned to the ticket and resolve it for me. I resolved it myself. Now it saved a lot of time for both myself as well as the IT technician. And from an IT administrator point of view, this is really important in terms of productivity because after the pandemic, once again, we see a lot of organizations undertaking several IT initiatives. So, for example, moving from on-premises to the cloud, right? Now, that movement again is very complex, and you need a lot of IT technicians devoted to this particular IT initiative. Now, that's just an example, but that shows how critical it is to have a self-service portal being the sort of a proverbial barrier that stops all these L1 or trivial tickets from reaching your service desk. So you have your end users with the knowledge articles and you empower them to resolve their issues on their own. Now, we kept harping about it before, but after the pandemic, especially in this remote hybrid work scenario, it has become really important that you upgrade your self-service capabilities. Now, that's what organizations as well as ideas and vendors like us have been focusing on. So we need to deploy an interactive self-service portal, making it easier for users to access information. So that's the aim of this webinar, and we're going to see how we can make it more easier for your technicians with Service Desk Plus. So broadly, that's the agenda, but if we go into it a bit deeper, we'll see how you can engage with your users by customizing the enterprise service management portal. So we have an organization-wide enterprise portal, and if you are using ESM in your organization, that will be really helpful to you. We'll also see how you can customize the homepage of different help desk instances, and we'll see how that literally translates into time and effort savings for both your end users as well as your technicians. Again, as a part of that customization, we'll see how you can communicate announcements, updates, or even best practices for different enterprise departments. And fourthly, we'll be discussing how you can create graphical dashboards for your help desk technicians and how you can share them across your organization. And finally, yes, we'll also discuss how you can make it easier for for your end users, I'm sorry, to create tickets directly from the homepage. So this particular point might seem a bit trivial, but here the context is that we are going to reduce the number of steps it requires for your end users to log a ticket. So that's broadly our agenda for today. And let's dive right into our first topic, which is customizing the enterprise service management portal. So we'll be seeing what are the steps to configure it. And let me quickly share the product scene. Right. Now you should be able to view the product screen right now. All right, so it works. So this could be a very familiar screen to you. This is the enterprise portal in ServiceDesk Plus Cloud. And this is something that comes out of the box. So the elements here are broadly the Service Desk instances and a universal search button. So in this universal search bar, you can access solutions, announcements, and request templates for different issues. Let me just type in something. As you could see, I am accessing a solution article and several request and incident templates. So this is something that we offer out of the box. But how can you make this experience a bit more refined for your technicians? How do you change the look and feel of the enterprise portal, and how do you display information upfront for your employees? Let me again show you a different enterprise portal, again implemented with ServiceDesk Plus Cloud, but this might look a bit different. So as you could see, right from the look and feel to these widgets over here, this enterprise portal has been completely customized using our HTML code editor. Now, the relevance of this customization is that, once again, post-pandemic, as organizations are opening up their offices, you need to ascertain the health of your employees, right? That's really important for you to adhere to best practices, some guidelines, or even mandatory regulations. So what I've done here is this HTML widget over here is is directly linked to a particular incident ticket template in Service Desk Plus Cloud, specifically inside the HR Help Desk instance. So instead of having your end users, logging into the HR Help Desk instance and searching for the right template, they can simply say that they're not doing well, and they will automatically be redirected to that particular template called Health Issues with some of the fields already pre-filled. As you could see, here are a set of questions that will help you to ascertain this health status of your employees, see if they require any assistance from your organization, and let me just say, all right, now that's as easy it is. So immediately your ticket is created with the priority set to high, and your HR department will immediately be on their toes responding to this particular incident ticket. Now that's how, as I talked about, you expose the right information to your end users. This helps you to standardize a process that you might have, implemented informally, right? Some of you said that you're still relying on different channels for self-service, right? So instead of that, this self-service portal sort of helps you to uh, direct or guide your requesters to the right form. And once they've filled in with the right information, it makes it easier for your organization to respond to their incidents because you can trust that the information they've provided is a bit more authentic than what something being shared over other channels. And again, let's say that someone has lost your ID card, being out of office for about 2 years, and again, you can redirect them to that particular ticket template in your HR help desk. Once again, we have different fields and I can simply click on add request and the ticket is created. So that's how easy it is to build an enterprise portal that is user friendly and that showcases the the information that your employee requires right at that time. Now this is a simple design, but you can go ahead and create more complex designs too. Now let me show you where you can do that. So let me take you to the technicians portal. So this is the technicians portal, and this particular technician has been associated to the role of service desk administrator. Once there, you can click on the ESM icon and click on the ESM directory. So the ESM directory is where you manage your different enterprise service desk instances. So you can go right over here and spin up these instances, within in less than 30 seconds, assign an owner to it, define an email ID and just be done with it. Now, once you've done that, you can go ahead and customize your ESM portal. Now, we have provided a flexibility over here. What is that? Uh, Here is you can showcase the ESM portal as the default URL for your employees when they log into the self-service portal. Or let's say that your employees use the IT help desk the most and they do not really need access to facilities or the payroll help desk, or let's say the travel help desk that has become virtually irrelevant to the scenario, right? So you can just direct them directly to the IT help desk. So that's again a capability over here. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and customize the org portal. Now, as you can see, this is the HTML code editor, and we have used a custom code that we came up with, and that's what you saw just before. Now, if you're interested in this particular template and you want to implement it in your organization, please feel free to drop an email to our support folks or to hello@servicedeskplus.com, and we'll be really glad to help you out. Now, once you've added the code over here, you can check it over here in the preview. But what I would recommend is that you use the split view so that you can track in real time what goes on with the HTML changes. So let me quickly show you. Right. As you can see over here, based on the answer to this question, we've redirected them to a particular request template. Now, I'll also showcase how you can add these custom images a bit later, but we will be having a capability where you can upload these custom images and extract extract a background customization code, which can be used in the HTML editor. So that's broadly how you can have these widgets and these functionalities in the enterprise portal. Let me go back. Now that's all about the ESM portal customization. And once again, that was a bit short, but Again, the capability is very expansive, so you can try to do it yourselves, or you can also choose to just drop an email, and we'll be glad to guide you with this entire customization. Now, the next topic that we're going to discuss today is requester homepage customization. Now, what do we mean by the requester's homepage? Because let's be clear that there are multiple home pages for the requester depending on the service desk that they access. So your HR department needs to showcase a different kind of information. They need to, alert your employees with a different announcement as compared to your IT help desk. Since these requirements vary across the enterprise departments, we'll see how we can customize each of these home pages differently in Service Desk Plus. So once again, let's go to the requesters login. So this is the enterprise-wide portal that we saw before, and let me click on the IT help desk. Now this is again a very different looking homepage, right? Because we have a lot of these elements which are different from what you have out of the box. So, to provide an example, the IT help desk normally would look something like this. So let me quickly show you the preview. So this is what you get out of the box. And again, over here, I've done some amount of customization with the widgets. But what happens over here is that I've added 3 different HTML widgets along with a custom announcement which is specific to the IT help desk. So it says lock your screen before you leave your desk, and 3 different templates all centered around data privacy. Again, the use case here is that after remote work, we have a lot of employees who work through their own devices, and these devices are not monitored by the enterprise IT department, right? So that really opens up the possibility of security risks, serious security risks like malware or even ransomware. We keep hearing these incidents time and again, right? So with that use case in mind, we've designed a portal that makes it easier for your employees to report any data loss or data breach issues immediately. So they can just click on this widget over here, and it goes straight up to the particular template. Again, this has custom fields that we have designed before in the admin configuration. Now, again, the data breach widget again redirects you to a different template, which has, as you could see, a lot of fields pre-filled. So how do you achieve this level of customization for the homepage for a particular service desk instance? So that's the question we have, and I'll answer it right now. So let me go back to the ESM portal, and let me click on IT Help Desk. So this is, once again, the Service Desk Administrators portal. And over here under General Settings, I'm clicking on Requester Portal. Now, straight off, you have a lot of capabilities that will help you to define the scope of actions for your requesters so that you can allow them to reopen their requests, close their resolved requests, showcase their approvals, or even choose to expose the cost information associated with the service catalog. Again, these are some of the capabilities that depends on your IT service desk priorities, your organization's policies, etc. Now, once you've defined these settings, you can go ahead to the requester portal customization. And over here, we have 2 different types of configurations. One is the basic configuration, where you use predefined widgets, a predefined template, or the HTML editor. Now, the advanced configuration is something that we are having it in the works. It's right now in the beta phase, but we are going to roll it out real soon in our next product release. And that's something you need to look forward to because it offers a bit more extended functionalities using our Zoho Creator low-code platform. So I will be showcasing these capabilities now, but before that, let's go ahead to the basic configuration. So this is the homepage portal that I showed you before. And so you can click on the edit icon over here, which opens up the HTML code editor, right? So you have the code view, the preview, and again, the split view, which we saw before. Now, I told you that I will tell you about where we can add the custom images and extract the code specific to that image, right? So you can click on gallery over here. You can upload the image that you would want. So again, these are the images that we saw before. And once you've done that, you can click on it to copy the background style. So this could be used in the HTML code editor for the ESN portal. So this is where you do that. And again, this could be done in any of the IT Service Desk instances. Now, again, this is a custom portal, custom HTML code that we've come up with. So if you are interested to know more about this, once again, please drop an email to our hello@servicedeskplus.com or to our support folks, and we will be sharing this code with you. Now, we have these attributes over here which can be used as part of your code for performing various actions, including showcasing the chatbot, live chat, etc. We also have some canned widgets over here, such as announcements for displaying the assets associated with an employee and a summary of their ticket information. What's more is that you can also add URL widgets. Now, this is something that you can perform from scratch. That is the HTML code editor, right? So this customization is something that you can come up with, or you can also take advantage of the templates that we offer out of the box. So again, the choice is entirely up to you, and it depends on what sort of self-service portal that you need to build for your end user. So what we recommend is that you go through the services or the incidents that are frequently reported by your employees. You try to figure out what your organization's priority is going to be moving forward, especially in the remote work situation. So based on such a survey or such a broad assessment of the situation, you can go ahead and customize the self-service portal. Now, another functionality that I want to showcase is the widgets. As I told you before, we have different canned widgets, and we can arrange them into different columns. And you can also add your custom URL widget. So what you can do here is that, let's say that you maintain a separate website or portal comprising of knowledge articles. So we've seen some organizations actually do that, or some organizations rely on third-party knowledge articles, right? So in such cases, you can add that URL over here, create a widget, and showcase it as part of your self-service portal. So that's what I've done over here. I've added the Manage Engine homepage as a widget. So this will be an interactive widget where I can actually browse that particular web page. So let me actually show you how that works. So I'm back at the requester's homepage. As you could see, I can browse through this content and figure out what's helpful for me from this particular URL widget. So I can even open it on a separate screen. So again, that is to expose more information or share more information with your employees, which could again stem the flow of trivial tickets into your service desk. Now, once you're done with all these customizations, that ends the basic configuration. Now, what about the advanced configurations? What can you expect out of it? So Zoho Creator is our enterprise low-code platform, and I hope you already know about this, but if you haven't, Manage Engine is the enterprise IT management division of Zoho Corporation. So we use a lot of native integrations, so that really opens up a lot of possibilities for the Service Desk software. Now, Zoho Creator offers a drag and drop interface where you can simply build a self-service portal without any coding involved. So let me show you how that works. As you could see, there are a lot of pre-built templates that we offer, but you can create one from scratch. As you can see, this is a drag and drop console where you can simply drag and drop these elements, define what they're going to be, and what action happens with this particular element. So I can choose to open a specific URL, open up and showcase the incident templates, the request templates, or the knowledge base. Same goes for the other actions. Now I can also add different buttons over here and again perform the same actions. Same goes for showcasing the announcements, assets, or even add a code snippet over here that can be embedded. So this is something you can do from scratch, or you can also choose to take advantage of the numerous templates over here and customize them. So let me show you how that works. As you can see over here, these are some of the elements that are pre-configured, but I can simply go ahead and add a new element over here. Let's say that this button is going to be used to browse the knowledge base. Now, once you've done that, let me select the action as view all solutions. Now, I can also choose to, do a bit of nitty-gritty customizations. I know it looks bad, forgive my style, but yes, you can do something that looks a bit better. So that's what happens. So you can choose to add these buttons over here, make this template more user friendly. And the advantage with the advanced configuration is that it's completely a drag and drop interface. There's no amount of coding involved, and this is something you can do yourselves with very little assistance. Now, as I've told you before, this is still in the beta testing phase, but we are looking to roll it out as soon as possible. So this is something you need to look forward to. Now, we have discussed the requester portal homepage customization. We saw how we can customize the homepage with two different configurations. One is the HTML code editor that's part of the basic configuration. And within that, we saw how we can use pre-built templates, canned widgets, and URL widgets. On the flip side, we also discussed the upcoming advanced configuration, and we saw how using the Zoho Creator low-code platform, you can simply create or spin up a self-service portal that's user-friendly on a drag-and-drop console. Now, what I showed you was just the IT service desk, but let me also showcase how the HR and facilities service desk instances look a bit different. Now, again, let me go to the ESM icon and click on HR Help Desk. Now, the HR Help Desk looks very similar to what we have out of the box, but the difference here is that we do not have those data privacy widgets that we had before, and that was part of the IT Help Desk. You don't really need it in the HR homepage, right? But we have this custom message still displayed up front, and this was again achieved using the HTML code editor, which is part of the requester portal customization configuration. And the facilities help desk will also look a bit different. As you could see, the announcement over here is specific to the facilities department. So that's something to do with the safety inside office premises. And in case of emergency, we've showcased a number that can be called upon by your employees. Now, all of this is again achieved through the requester portal customization. So you need to go navigate to the HR or the facility service desk instance, click on the setup icon and the requester portal. So this is where you will be customizing this particular homepage. And yes, the basic and advanced configurations are available within these service desk instances too. So that's again available. Now, so we've discussed two elements which was part of our agenda today. And the third and final item on our agenda is to discuss a technician homepage customization. Now, technician homepages don't really need a lot of customization, right? Because depending on their access permissions, they can view their pending tickets or the tickets that are pending with their team. But what you can customize or create is the graphical dashboard. So You can create graphical dashboards that are specific uh, to you as a technician, or after creating it, you can showcase it to your organization's entire workforce of technicians. So that's what we're going to see next. Once again, let me go back to the IT help desk. And as you can see, this is a dashboard, and these two dashboards are something that I've created, but you can have a lot of these scheme dashboards available. Now, the service level agreements dashboard is something that has been shared with the entire organization. So let me quickly show you how it works. As you can see, this dashboard is public, so all technicians in the organization can view this dashboard, but I can choose to make it private so that only I can have access to it. Again, you can configure these widgets over here. And as we saw before, you can add a URL widget. Now, this is very similar to what we saw with the requester portal configuration. Once again, your technicians may require access to a third-party resource, right? Now, that's something that your technicians would only understand, or they might require access in order to troubleshoot tickets better. So again, you can showcase those knowledge sources using the URL widget, make it public, or make it private to just yourself. So that's again a capability that ServiceDesk Plus Cloud offers. So you can create custom dashboards over here. Let's say it's a personal dashboard. And once you click on it, you can go ahead and add your widgets to it. So that's again available over here. So we have a lot of pre-built reports available, across the entire gamut of IDSM practices, across requests, and within requests, we have various KPIs and metrics which are available. You can have, dashboards based on the release management, purchase management, change projects, you name it, we've got it right over here. So that's all about the self-service portal customization in ServiceDesk Plus Cloud. I know this has been a very short session, but the reason we went ahead with this one is that we really see a lot of organizations not really, taking advantage of the self-service capabilities. And we feel that, after interactions with all of our customers across the globe, we feel that you need to leverage the self-service capabilities better in order to increase the productivity of both your employees as well as your technicians. Once again, thanks a lot, folks, for taking the time to join this masterclass episode today. We will be doing these best practice sessions regularly, and you can stay tuned to our webpage, or we'll also be sending out emails whenever we conduct these sessions. And yes, we will be sending a recording of this masterclass to all the registrants in just a couple of days. So until next time, this is Siddharth signing off. And once again, thank you and have a nice day.